I apologize. I'm going to have to leave in a few minutes. Our son, who I promised to attend his basketball game, they have their tip-off at 11:30 in Midland, so I'm going to be cruising on out here. But first of all, I wanted to introduce myself. My name is John Moolenaar. I had the privilege of representing the Midland and Saginaw area in the state legislature for 3 terms and was term limited last December. And prior to that, had worked in economic development, had been a school administrator, and also served in local government. You know, as I think about Michigan right now, and Mike Goshka summed this up so well, the anger and the frustration that people are feeling right now. And sometimes I hear people say, well, you know, it's the politicians, it's the people in Lansing, or the people in Washington, let's throw them all out. And I'll tell you, you only have to look at 2 people to know the difference between throwing them all out and using good discernment and selecting good representation. And I would just submit to you Charlie Rangel and Dave Camp. Who would you rather have overseeing your pocketbook and spending money wisely in the federal government? And if there's ever an example of why we don't throw everyone out in Washington, D.C., it's Dave Camp and Charlie Rangel. So there's a difference, and it makes a difference, the leadership we elect. And I want to commend all of you for participating in that. Because ultimately, the question we have to answer is Michigan worth fighting for? Yes. Yeah. I want to hear that again. Is Michigan worth fighting for? Absolutely. And you know, when our founders pledged their lives, their fortunes, their sacred honor, you know, people in Michigan are doing that every day by trying to make it in business, by trying to find a job here, by trying to do the best they can in their community. And that brings us all together. But we have to fight for something, and we have to fight in a way that makes a difference. It's not just a matter of shouting over the fence. It's a matter of principled persuasion. And I heard it from the judge today. I heard him talking about persuading others to a point of view. I've heard it from the legislators. And it's a matter of us talking neighbor to neighbor in a principled persuasion and making a difference. You know, there was a question asked about environmental justice. Were you the gentleman that asked that question? I'll tell you what I think is environmental justice. And that is not getting screwed over by the DEQ. That's environmental justice. And if you take the vantage point that says one of government's fundamental roles is to stand up for the rights of individuals and to not trample those rights, the DEQ would be the greatest example of a department in Michigan that is trampling the rights of all citizens, especially the poor in Michigan. Because the people who suffer from these kind of policies are the ones who are trying to find jobs, but employers can't hire them because employers can't make money in Michigan, and they're leaving the state. And so as we think about the future, let's think about our message. And I'll have to tell you that, you know, as a candidate, I'm going to be someone who fights for keeping taxes down in Michigan, keeping regulations reasonable, and making Michigan as attractive as possible for job providers, for families, for students who want to stay here in Michigan when they graduate, and make it a place that achieves the greatness that we know is deserved by the beautiful resources that we have. So I am going to need your help. We've had a great state senator, Tony Stamas, who's term limited. You really stood behind him when he first ran and won by 1 percentage point in 2002. And the 4th District was a great ally. And I'm going to ask you to give me the same kind of support you gave Tony Stamas. I was with him on election night at about 3 in the morning at Pizza Sam's while we were looking at the election results coming in. And it's going to be that kind of a race. I think Michigan, we have a great opportunity to turn our state around. And thank you again for your hospitality, and congratulations on a great roundup.